What's up, everyone? Brothers and sisters of metal. This is Eli here. Got a video for you. Just another, I don't know, we got actually, it's a collection update. I was going to say it's a collection video. It's an update, actually. I got some new shit. Not a lot, but I got some. Shit. There's like a hair in my coffee. Hold on. And I just lost all of you. Fuck, man. Like I said a million times before, I really don't care to learn how to do any editing. Maybe I will someday. I could probably just butcher half my videos and come up with a nice solid 4 minutes of quality, if that. But anyway, here we go. I got like, not a lot, like I said. I got some more stuff on the way, but for now I have like 5 CDs and 1 cassette. Yeah, 1 random ass cassette. Let's just start with a cassette. What did I get? Oh yeah, I got Enya's Watermark. I have it on CD, but picked it up for like $1 in one of my local stores. Because, fuck you, I like Enya. That's all. That's all I gotta say about that. On the CDs, 5 CDs. I'll probably make this relatively quick. I got coffee here, so I'm all jittery like a motherfucker, and got a bunch of stuff to do. Starting with, let me put this down. Starting with something I just picked up last night, and this is fantastic. I'm definitely a big thrash fan. Oh, sorry. I'm definitely a big thrash fan and have been for many, many years. But honestly, I have heard maybe a handful of thrash bands that I've liked post 1990. And here's one of them. The new album by Power Trip. We have Nightmare Logic. Nice Paulo Girardi artwork there as, yeah, very cool. Southern Lord Records. Don't have a lot of their stuff, but sometimes they do something I like. Yeah, it was like $12, and man, this is a killer thrash album. Band out of Texas here. Let me unfold this real quick. The booklet on the inside unfolds into like a little poster, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, nice little touch. If you haven't heard Power Trip, like I said, they're a thrash band from Texas. They are labeled as crossover on Metal Archives. I don't know if I'd necessarily call them crossover. I mean, there aren't really any punk elements. It's pretty much pure thrash, minus some kind of hardcore type shouted vocals. I guess that's where the crossover elements come into play. I don't know. They sound like thrash to me. How I would describe them, I don't know, man. It sounds like I said, just pretty basic mid to late 80s thrash with you know, kind of more of a hardcore sounding vocalist. Yeah, it's really good stuff though. It's catchy, well written riffs. It's good stuff. Like I said, thrash might be one of the genres where I'm pickiest, and I think these guys do it right. Next, we have ordered a couple things from Seasons of Mist. We have the Mysterion Tess Anomas album by Offermode from Sweden. You probably remember this one. This came out in 1998. This one didn't get onto my radar until the early to mid 2000s, but yeah, it's definitely been a band that I feel like a lot of people have been kind of, you know, looking out for. Pretty consistent quality. They are one of the bands that kind of kicked off that, you know, orthodox Swedish black metal sound. Well, I guess it's not necessarily Swedish, but I guess people can call it orthodox black metal. That's been a tag that's kind of not really made the most of sense to me, but whatever. If you know what I mean when I say that, that's basically what Offermode sound like. Yeah, good Swedish black metal. I mean, they got an album coming out this year. I heard that this is an EP, by the way. Man, I haven't heard it in probably a good 5 years, to be honest. I'm not even going to be the best judge as to what it sounds like, but it's good Swedish black metal from what I remember, and I wanted to revisit it. So I also picked up I think this is their debut album, but it's one of their full lengths. That's Tiamtu. I have not heard this, but it's Offermode, so I have faith that it's going to be pretty good. Like I said, they have an album coming out this year. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think I said that. Yeah, coming out this year. Definitely looking forward to it. Go check out Offermode from Sweden if you haven't. Many of you probably already have. Next, of course, I had to get to the new Nightbringer album. Goddamn, why wouldn't I? Seasons of Mist digipack. Really fucking cool artwork as always. It's a digipack, so I can't say too many good things about it. The layout, the art layout is incredible. Why wouldn't it be? I have not spent a lot of time with this album. In fact, I've barely skimmed through it. Booklet, barely skimmed through it, so I'm not gonna fucking review it or anything like that. But sounds good from what I heard. Pretty much a natural progression from the last album, which is a good thing because I think that was their finest work so far. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to giving that a. I don't know. I just picked them all up. Looking forward to giving that a good number of listens in the next upcoming weeks. I gotta soak that one in. Matter of fact, I picked this up last weekend and I failed to listen to it. And last but not least, we have the reissue of Soundgarden's Ultra Mega OK. I'm a big Soundgarden fan. R.I.P. Chris Cornell. Whatever. Big Soundgarden fan, and I've actually, this is the one album of theirs that I've never owned. Never owned it. I've heard it, never owned it. It's kind of cool how they did this. CD in there, a little Sub Pop logo thing, if you can see it. No, you probably can't. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, anyways, this is a reissue, not only a reissue, but it is remastered as the band, you know, one of those famous stories of the band is never happy with the results of the mix and all that. But in this case, it is true. I mean, literally the band, the week this album came out, you know, or at least the week they got the final remaster, they've made it public. They've never been happy with the mix, and they were young when this came out, and even then they were unhappy with it. So, in this case, I guess you could say it's not a total one of those cash grab things. They literally had been wanting to do this for a long time. Album originally came out on SST, I believe. Yeah, SST Records. This was put out by Sub Pop. Re-recorded by, I believe it was Jack and Dino. You might know him from, recorded a bunch of shit in the 90s, and he still does. He's a legendary producer. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep on this channel because it's really, I feel uncomfortable saying shit that gets people at each other's throats. But I just wanted to say one thing. I was not to go into anything flavor of the week topics or anything like that. Obviously, we know what happened to Chris Cornell. Killed himself. Although I heard it might have been an accidental overdose. Most people are calling it a suicide. I think that's what doctors are calling it officially. And I did kind of go into a couple threads online about what happened, and of course I had to make the mistake of reading a couple thread comments and stuff, and just kind of like when Robin Williams killed himself, and whenever somebody kills themselves, you always get the people that are rushing in and criticizing them, talking shit about their families. How could you, what a cowardly move to make. And I used to think that too about suicide, but I myself, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, and I won't go into too much detail, but I myself have I've had depression my entire life, literally since I was a small child. It is something that I just that I struggle with on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I have a handle on it. I'm not gonna go do anything weird like some people do. But I mean, sometimes it's in most cases, depression is not a curable thing. It is something that people carry with them through their entire lives, for decades and a lifetime for some people. And for some people, it becomes unbearable. Drugs don't help always. Therapy doesn't help always. And many times there is no way out other than learning to live with it. And some people can do that, and some people can't. And what I think a lot of people need to realize is that when somebody does make a move to, exit this world, they are, of course they've thought about their family and their friends. They're not, most people are not that selfish. Most people have a conscience, Of course, usually when somebody commits suicide, usually it's something they've been thinking about for years. it's not usually a last minute thing like, oh god, gun. Like, it's usually something they've been pondering. You know, they've tried to find a way to deal with it, and it overcame them. So I mean, you know, when it comes to suicide, if you don't know, you know, what depression is like, you shouldn't talk about it. You really shouldn't judge others. It's just one of those things. I mean, like anything, I believe, if you haven't experienced something yourself, you have no input. You don't, you know, there's no room for you to talk. So anyways, I'm not attacking anyone that's watching this or anything like that. I'm not trying to get an argument started either. Just like I said, every time somebody commits suicide, I have to read these fucking stupid comments, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I know it's just the internet, and everyone's allowed to put in their fucking 2 cents, but a lot of people's 2 cents are literally just that, not worth shit. So, think about things, you know, before you judge others. And like I said, this isn't going towards any one of you. None of you guys did anything. This is just kind of going towards, you know, the fucking stupid threads where something tragic happens and then someone else thinks they have the right to judge them based upon nothing, you know. But shit, that's kind of fucking grim, huh? Sorry. Didn't mean to make this all dark, but that's all I got. That's all my stuff for now. Like I said, I have some more in the mail. Shit, my phone keeps fucking doing weird shit. But anyways, got some more stuff in the mail, so I'll have another update video soon. I'm moving this weekend, so you're not going to see all this beautiful shit in the background for a while. It's probably just going to be me and a fucking blank wall or something. But I'll still have shit to show and shit to talk about, and I'm getting just that much closer to getting comfortable with maybe starting to do some reviews. I know I said that for months now, but here's my problem. I'm great at writing reviews. I'm a pretty decent writer. I've written reviews over the years many times. This is what's been holding me back, is I can write a review in a heartbeat, but I don't know how to do a video or a review like this where I'm just talking to the camera. I find that very strange. So it's overcoming that obstacle. Like I said, I could write it down, and I don't want to write it down and just fucking read it off a piece of paper. So I got to find out a way to somehow deliver it this way instead of writing. So, but I think I'm getting close to figuring it out. So hopefully I'll have my first review in the next couple weeks. I think I'm getting close. So anyways, hope everyone is having a good weekend and shit. We'll talk soon, I hope, and thanks for stopping by. Bye, guys.